It's a lot of people that think they know the truth, and they don't know the truth. Even the look, people are they thinking that the word. First of all, let me say this here: the word finesse. I mean, not finesse, but finesse, not finesse, but finessing somebody. That's another word for deceiver, a person who deceives. Now, if you're telling people the truth, that's one thing. But when you go around here and you tell people, well, that's your opinion and all that kind of stuff, which means it depends on the context you're using it in. Because when you speak and when you talk about speaking truth, you're talking about something that's based up on facts. We're not talking about in your feelings. Because when you tell most people, when you tell them the truth, they're gonna get mad at you. They gonna get mad. Yes, they definitely gonna most more than likely they gonna get mad. You probably gonna make enemies. If a person gets to the point to where they don't like being around you because you speak the truth or whatever, like for example, if you tell a person, now look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really too much care to be around you or your family or whatever. They'll say something to justify it or to finesse you. They'll say, well, first of all, you don't know my family or something like that. Or they'll say, you don't know my children. You don't know my children. So how can you speak on my children and you don't know anything about my children? You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say if you encounter somebody and you say, well, I understand what you're saying, but from my encounter the first time with them, I gave a judgment based upon my experience and being around. Well, that's because you don't really know them. So you entitled to how you feel and what you got or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, maybe that may be true. But I'm telling you, you saying I'm wrong, maybe I am. Maybe it's gonna have to show. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna have to be proven through facts. It's gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to see something different in order for me to have a different view, for my view to change. But right now, from being around, those are the vibes that they gave me. Now, if I misunderstood it, I misunderstood it. But I'm just telling you, those are the vibes that I got. So, hey, you got to respect that. Until you see something different, then, hey, then my my apology. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way I am. Until I see something different, then I'm going to. That's the only experience that I have is what I went up off of my. Like, listen, what you do, you have to understand. Don't people go on impression? They are first, like if you say, I don't like you, just say like if you do this to somebody, I don't like you, and you do that. You don't know that person, they don't know you. Now, your impression of them is that they got issues. That's what you're gonna say. They got issues. They don't have their self together up here. They taking a frustration out on everybody else. I ain't did nothing. You will have a right is to make a judgment of me, make a judgment based upon the impression that I gave you, right? You have that power, you have that right is to give that impression of me because I have not showed you nothing else but what I presented my actions to you in that moment. So whatever impression that you have of me or whatever, you see what I'm saying? Whatever impression you have of me, then it is what it is because everybody can go into the presence of certain people. You see what I'm saying? And they, if you say something like, let's say you don't know that person, leave me alone, or you go to just cussing them out, right? If you go to cussing them out, then they'll have a right is to give whatever impression that I presented to them. So when they see me, when I open my mouth and say, leave me alone, don't bother me, the hell with you, and you say, do you know me? I don't need to know you. Now, your impression of them is that I don't want to be around that, because your first impression is gonna be like, I haven't did them that. They don't know me. Why would they be lashing to me like that? You see what I'm saying? Why would they be talking to me like that? First of all, they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Now, your impression of them would be like they got hate issues or something. Some people may say, well, they got hate issues. Some people say they got attitude issues. Some people may say they have what they call a psychological disorder or something. They gonna view you the first impression that you give them. They're gonna view you the way the impression in their mind. They're gonna interpret what they see and how you present yourself. The way you present, even me, the way you present yourself it's going to give people a determine whether you're going to be somebody that they're going to view as something good or as something bad. Now, and then every time they see you, they're going to always remember you for the first impression that you gave. You see what I'm saying? Because they never see the person didn't didn't take the time to show the other side of who they were. So that only in that first impression is all they're going to be thinking about, because they have not seen anything different other than what you showed them. And this is what I think. I was talking to my sister about something like this. I was talking to her about something like this here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and when you pointing things out in black and white like this, and it can be very sensitive topics to certain people. Sometimes it can be debates. But hold on a minute. Hello. All right. What's up? What's going on, y'all? I had to come in the room, but that's the first impression that person gonna think of you. That's what they gonna think of. Every time that your name comes up, that's what's gonna come to their mind. Okay, this is how this person presented themselves to me the first time. You see what I'm saying? Now, other people can come along and they can say, well, I understand that's how you perceive them. That's how you view them. That's the point of view you got. But I'm here to tell you, I've been around them and I know them. And I know that's not them. But I understand you don't know them like that. And that's the first impression that you got of them or whatever. And you just don't fully know them. Okay, all right. Now, I respect what you're saying. Until I see something different, then that's the only thing that's going to go through my mind. That's the only thing I'm going to think of until I see something different of them. You see what I'm saying? Of those children or whatever issue that you have. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get myself comfortable. I'm going to name this video First Impression. First Impression. That's the title. Yeah. First impression of you. The first impression. That's what I name it. I'm going to come in a part 2 and I'm going to talk more about it because, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make it too long since it's just a regular video.